gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain, should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand. So he challenged its ingress with voice loudly drawn, and in an instant the giant was gone. Aye, in the face of his valor, the gigantus impaled.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble store. Much appreciated. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by...
Oh,
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
good day, sir.
There's got to be a way to earn more coin.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master story.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall.
Trade favors the patient, I always say.
Would that I could spend all day.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Fancy a look at my wares?
Tranquil places such as this are real treasures.
Got to try to enjoy life.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This place is lovely. One might stay there.
Fancy a look at my wares?
My stomach's growling. Time.
Suppose that's enough for one.
What should I get up to today?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Might as well take a look while you're... here, eh? Many thanks.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
I wish I knew your restraint, Arisen.
I'm sure I can handle this.
Do
Quite
stop
sure.
and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
I'd gladly stay here forever if I could.
Not sure I can handle this.
Another errand to see to. Not sure what they expect. A local,
Let's
come on.
take it easy today.
I'm working this field's all I know. I'm not stopping. This place is awful dull.
Greetings. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May you've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Let's take it easy today.
Hope I didn't leave the pot on.
What are you up to? Housework's the hardest work there is, you know. What are you up to?
No shame in letting down your hair now and then.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should... Be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Well met, sir.
Have you business with the guild, sir? Have you found any of the items we discussed? Do come again. Welcome.
trained for this.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
Death comes for me.
Just remember,
Ingredients are
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet ever since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
I don't know what to do.
What to do? What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts.
That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water.
I was hoping you'd say that. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold ore.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself. I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search prove fruitful.
Tell is, Myers might can be harvested from phantoms. Monsters that wander the wilder night.
I think I get the idea.
Anything's better than this.
This?
Even greater.
This headache's driving me up the wall, Tiz.
I don't like it here. Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in the city, I have yet to meet him.
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer.
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
And here I was.
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers alike. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world of ours is best met with stiff drinks and cheery hearts, I say.
I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I trust you're bothering me for a reason.
Everyone's as tired as I am. Seems like. We've found a hidden path. This sort of discovery really lifts the spirits.
Do you mean to proceed? My, you're a bold one.
Well done, Arisen.
Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? I could do this all day! Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Seems your luck's run out, and mine's looking up. Run all you want.
Feast your eyes on this!
The paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Unbelievable! Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take
Lucky us. That's worth taking. What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Be ready! Our foes are armed!
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
Would that such tranquility could last.
'Tis as you say.
This should help.
I'll harvest what I can should it please I'll turn you into a pit cushion.
Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
If you would.
Not bad.
Come, follow my example.
Not a bad idea.
undead have risen to face us.
We'll want you to fire against the foe. One arrow is all I need.
Arisen! Are you alright? These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
I'll turn you into a magician.
A curative ought to do the trick.
Or felt the beast as it breathed its last.
We cannot let down our guard, even for a moment, lest victory slip away from us.
No quarrel here. could look upon this sky for all eternity. If 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward and you're like to stumble ere long.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gather. I
At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my ability.
Please dispense with the formality.
I'm a fighter by trade. Send me to the Vanguard, where I might put my strength to full use.
Fair travels, Arisen. I shall remember you, always.
Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust.
I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant and won't heed the Arisen.
That sounds most unpleasant. I do hope we shall remain free of it.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Did anyone else see that?
Aught catches the light.
Let us ponder how best to proceed. Oxen are to be found here, of all places.
They are endearing creatures, compared to the monsters we oft face.
This rain grows more oppressive by the minute. Might we not take shelter?
We can push through a bit of rain, surely.
Master would faint were I to return beyond the rift with it.
At last! I thought we'd never find one.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught. Ah, I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
No one to come into my rescue.
What to do? Not my kind of
Whatever. Boy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you ever so much. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just one more time. Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, the grown-ups are saying it's gotten worse. Now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine to go round. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. I'll talk to the priests in the meantime.
Now, we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops, or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients.
Fear not, 'tis well in hand.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Not yet. Fair enough.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. If that's not the case, you will have to...
All this quiet makes me come more anxious.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, What say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
At all. Someone to talk to.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
That's just what I was thinking.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by malady. Yet, at times, perhaps you will recall the parents who were here, an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now, even their poor by chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not. So, he was put into our care. Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him. But but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst. You there. Help me. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
What about this reeks of a plot? Let us gather evidence, that we might expose it.
I knew it to be so.
Greetings.
Good day, sir. Greetings.
Good day, sir. Nothing ever seems to happen round here.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
I like that!
Beg pardon, sir, but this room is where our most severe cases convalesce. I must ask you not to disturb them. For your sake, as much as theirs.
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip into the basement sick room then.
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue. I worked hard today. I don't...
Thanks, sir.
None of us is
How did I
guaranteed
end up
tomorrow.
so involved when there's nothing doing? Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
An unsettled mind begets an unsettled world.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day.
'Tis an odd thing to wake after the sun has fallen.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace. I hope you slept well. I heard a rumor that this land was once a...
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Mind, I have time for a citizen in need.
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be top dog.
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work.
About time I taught that dullard a lesson.
About this place makes me nervous. I am proud of my profession as well I should.
I do hope naught befalls Lubomir. I should like to see him walk out of here.
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno, where have you gone?
I thought you might... Medicine?
Medicine! 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 Now! Now! Now!
We've found some evidence, but there might be more to discover. Let us scour every inch of this room.
Aptly said.
Oh, someone help me.
I find something.
So well.
Maybe I'll
Oh, well met, sir.
Elena. Ah, yes. The abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
someone to talk to.
Share with me your troubles.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
Lord Phasus. 'Tis a name of great import. Of that I am certain.
Mystifying.
Such quiet. I could barely drag my ass out of bed.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm on duty.
You want something? Spit it out or piss off. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. One of these days I'll buy myself a manor.
I don't mind a bit.
Wickedness has no hold upon a short repose would do no world of good.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead?
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey.
What teachings might salve the people's woes?
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like Johann and Bruno. I recall them being at any rate, they may... You're back. Pray, what? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room. I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw afore coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
'Tis no great shock to me.
I want to go home. Isn't
You're
there
fine.
things to do?
Life's great.
Stomach places like this.
I only hope my best is good enough.
anything?
Swear I've not been linked once.
And a sharp resist.
Shedding? Must be my winter. Co-growing in.
Me?
Oh, that took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
You'll not live to regret this.
Let the elements power your fight. That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
Haven't you a lantern, Arisen?
Alright, the come wasted on this bow.
I should hope so pitiful a foe would give you no trouble.
A few more victories like that and we'll have them running for the hills. Resounding success.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
And I take the rest.
This is just what we need. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
No doubt. Spur us to the next.
Enough! You've nowhere to go. luck! 'Tis a chest.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day's service.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Suppose you think you can afford to be reckless so long as I'm here to heal you. Let's keep still a moment.
I'll not be done in my life to you. There's more where they came from. You looking for a fight?
The skies have cleared at last. Let's hope the rain stays at bay.
At least it gave us a chance to wash away the filth of a long journey. I hope you weren't expecting mercy. It's a bit early to be thankful me. Get me yet.
A nasty blow, that.
There's no debilitation a curative cannot mend.
A battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
Little does our foe realise how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
I knew it to be so. You must spare no effort against this foe, lest we suffer defeat.
Perhaps
I'll answer for this.
Am I properly equipped for this situation? Mayhap I ought to find a new weapon.
Strike true, lest the beast flee.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor.
Speaking of which, the pawns in this party are women all.
And I've no objections.
This spell will empower you with elemental magic. Fret not. I'll make the pain go away.
Hold just a moment. I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Watch your footing, Master. Losing your balance on an incline this sharp could be perilous.
let me be the one to collect it. Oh! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Ha! I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Tis views such as this that make a journey worthwhile.
I'd gladly cast aside my weapon and laze about here, if the Arisen would permit it.
Tis as you say.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
The sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard?
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
Seems there are wolves on the prowl. Still want to use fire against the foe. There's no debilitation that curative cannot mend.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
If we're to destroy this, 'twill have to be from the other side.
Forgive me if I do not jump for joy.
A tad too high, methinks.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside. ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. Look, oxen. How tranquil.
Such beasts are a fair source of meat when rations are lacking. An abandoned campsite, just waiting to be claimed.
'Twould be a fine spot to rest, should we have need of one.
One arrow is all I need.
Shan't let you get away.
This is just what's needed.
Now there's a novel idea. I've never seen my own master attempt such a feat.
Unbelievable! A treasure chest! I can hardly wait to open it.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. Times must be tedious if you've resorted to challenging beasts to bouts.
Forgive me. I could not help but laugh.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it. You can count on me. Stay. Master, a treasure chest.
Rattlers are upon us!
Fire won't do much good here. Best try a different tack. How do you like that? Naught like a curative to fill one's bib. The sun's light has grown dim.
Ears pricked. 'Twill be difficult to pinpoint distant foes by sight alone. You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
My magics are at your disposal. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
No doubt this trial can spur us into the next.
At last, a chance to use this. I'll get that for you.
We're here to serve the Arisen. Not even a storm shall draw a complaint from my lips.
'Twill be worth it in the end if we return with a pack full of treasure. challenge arisen to see who can keep... I'll wager I could make that shot.
Be sure to aim true.
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
Resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly...
I enjoy tackling fierce foes.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. 'Twas stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. 'Tis no exaggeration. He's had people killed afore, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir?
The Jadeite Orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
Pray, sir, seek out the Jade. As for where to look, you could try asking a bandit, or someone who's apprised of illicit dealings. Might not be easy getting them to talk, mind.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
I'm not taking any passengers, just... Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep, but no longer. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this their nightly battleground. 'Tis nigh impassable now. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure aught's aright with it? Could it be aught's befallen the cenotaph? If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward,
Will this take long? I've ought to be doing. Time to earn me some...
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I swear I've never slept better.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray tell, have you seen the lad?
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the poor lad's aid, who will? Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson. If you return him to me, I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
What say we gather some information?
The flowers that bloom around here glow come night. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual? Nate.
I truly appreciate your offer to aid us with this, friend. Had you not spoken up when you did, I fear Morris would have rushed straight into the jaws of those fell beasts. I know he's in pain. I am too. But trying to resolve this ourselves would only serve to add more corpses to the pile. Oh, I should tell you. I heard someone in town witnessed Roger's abduction. He may have some inkling of where the creatures took the boy. Pray, do what you can to bring Rog back to us.
I only work when I fancy, but I get by.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in...
Greetings. You are the Arisen. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Offulv? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste, and in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? Would you be so kind as to seek out the Jadeite Orb on my behalf? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service. Of that I can assure you.
It seems this Jadeite orb is in high demand. 2 people have asked us to find it now, but only one of them can have it.
Whatever choice you make, Arisen, I am sure 'twill be the right one.
Suppose I'd best get to work.
Welcome, sir. Contrary to the name, this little shop of mine deals in naught but the finest treasures. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all I ask. The creation of a masterpiece takes time, sir. Many thanks to you.
The jadeite orb is safely in hand.
'Twill take a better mind than mine to solve this.
Interested in my wares? Greetings! We see a great many customers given our location, so you'll have to forgive us if the ale runs dry.
Reckon your road's been a long one. No use hiding. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll. Traveling in other words.
Our adventure continues.
Off we go then.
Shall we get underway?
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy the creation of a masterpiece takes. Hope to see you again.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Not much has changed since I was a girl. Save myself.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Would that I could spend all day here.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later.
Just imagine the coin we'd gain from selling this.
Deeper pockets make for shallower troubles, they say.